classic color. If it's in red, it's a classic color. But like a brand new red car, like it's got to be like that Viper. It's got to be undeniable.
Has to be certain cars. And you know, even Porsche, because when I bought my Porsche red, he goes, you know, they don't make a lot of these because a lot of people don't want red. They don't want the attention. Your insurance is higher. The cops look for you.
It's weird.
Like, it's classic. They're like, people are going away from it.
It is weird. Red is like a go fuck you look.
What about those Magnum PI red Ferraris? Are they classics now, or are people bringing those back?
Was it the
Those are
GT
dope.
350?
340 GT.
340 GT?
Is that it?
Is it 350?
Are they bringing those
Is it?
back? They're classics now, right?
They should be.
They're worth a lot of money.
Are they?
I wanted to buy a Testarossa.
DeLoreans? Are they come back? They must be
DeLoreans are back. Yeah,
Mr.
people are-
Steal Yo Girl.
That's what I'm talking
there
about.
He is.
Damn, no socks.
Oh.
Slinging dick with an old school cop mustache.
Oh, God damn, has those boat shoes on, just that fat dick in the front, dude.
Powerful Magnum PI doesn't even care if his feet stink. He's here to sling dick. Sling dick with stinky shoes. Dude,
He was.
I would drive that
Isn't he
right
gay?
now.
He's not gay.
no,
How
no.
dare you?
I
He's
don't
super
know.
conservative. He's super conservative.
Oh, I didn't know.
He's the guy that got on Rosie O'Donnell's show, and she famously sort of attacked him for supporting the MRA and connecting him to shootings.
He's
Which
one of the greatest Americans of all
I
time.
understand what she was trying to do, and I understand her sentiment. I met Rosie O'Donnell, and I did her show, and I think she's a nice person.
She's
I just
funny.
think that like things like that are ill-advised, you know, and that people got real mad at her, man. All those fucking NRA people, dude. If you talk anti-Second Amendment, they come
Enjoy
with
that.
the force.
Hell yeah.
They fucking come after you.
Good.
You know, yeah. Well, if they didn't, they would have lost the right a long time ago. There's a lot of people that would like take those rights away.
So my boy Tom Selleck went on there looking like a
Look.
dime piece, talking about guns.
Tom Selleck didn't go on there to talk about guns. He went on there to talk about something else, promoting something, and she wanted to bring up the NRA, and you know he was upset about it. But I think if you're talking about gun violence, like there's a lot of factors when it comes to gun violence, and you can get really crazy. But one of them is that it's all men. How about that? How about we just ban all men? Because all men are responsible for mass shootings. It's fucking all men. It's never chicks. So what do? We ban all men? Because without the men, the guns don't even work.
there's
So, okay,
no-
we're not banning all men. So should we ban all guns? Yeah, we should definitely ban all guns. Okay, well, if we're going to ban all guns, how come only a certain percentage of the guns get used in these crimes? What about all those other people that are lawful, law-abiding Americans who are kind and peaceful and keep guns for personal security or for hunting? Do we take them away from them? And who gets to decide? That's where the problem lay. The problem doesn't lay in the idea that she's stepping in because she's got this thing in front of her and she sees it's a problem and she wants to talk about the problem. The problem is that the problem is multifaceted, and it's not just all men. The number of these men that are medicated on pharmaceutical drugs is fucking staggering. And then they say correlation does not equal causation, so you can't assume that just because someone's on pills that makes people shoot people. But damn, it's close.
It's a tough road, man.
There's something in there. There's something going on there. Psychoactive drugs are responsible for some changes in your behavior. That's a fact that's undeniable. How much is debatable? And how much of these dissociative sort of drugs allow people to just like blank out and go and do wacky shit?
Well,
different people with different brain chemistry. Who the fuck knows?
Did you see the Facebook killer? He actually committed suicide today, but
heard.
he was going around killing people and doing it live on Facebook. And they were saying people were upset at Facebook, going, "What the fuck, man? You allow him to do this?" And like, yeah, we're going to change some of the rules.
Well,
but
apparently
then the
Facebook
cops
said that he didn't do that. It wasn't streaming. He uploaded
upload it later.
Yeah,
and so they're like, well, we'll watch that more. But then I saw a cop was like, it actually helps us. Like, if he didn't commit suicide, like there's times where there's been other crimes that people do and they air it live or upload it to Facebook, or they rob a bank then post like hood rich with cash, and it actually helps the cops track them down. So like, I don't know if you should go away with it because they're
it's
going to kill
horrible.
regardless. Now they're just, they can upload it on YouTube or wherever. They might take it down, but they're like, we shouldn't stop it because it's actually helping them a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good excuse to go in there and control the internet. I mean, who knows? It sounds like that could easily be a false flag. Is there any...
Well, it's not a false flag. There's definitely a dead guy, and there's definitely a guy who killed himself.
Yeah, I saw the
think,
video.
I think more often than
Unfortunate.
there being false flags is an event happens, and people try to take advantage of that event.
Correct.
And they try to make it easier on themselves, especially law enforcement might try to make it easy on themselves and enforce laws, especially politicians might take it as an opportunity to push their agenda that their constituents want. There's a lot of factors when it comes into dealing with any kind of gun violence, but it's a multifaceted issue, and you don't take it up with Tom Selleck. Okay, Magnum fucking PI is not the reason why there's school shooters.
Don't attack Magnum
Just
PI.
because he has a lawful gun permit and because he joined the NRA, because he believes in the right to keep and bear arms.
Yeah.
The real problem is people that are willing to kill a bunch of other people. It's not the guns. It's not that they're men. It's not neither one of those two incredibly common factors. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Around New Year's, we get obsessed with nutrients can be hard to get, which is why, guns and men.
I always think it's weird too whenever there's a shooter like with this Facebook fucking killer in Ohio, everyone's like, oh, mental illness.
Yeah.
God, I don't know if you can just chalk it up to mental illness all the time.
Mental illness, it's medicated too, by
sometimes,
the way.
and then sometimes he's just a fucking. There's a lot of bad apples too, man.
Yeah.
He's just a bad dude. Like when he was on there, and why I watched also went down a weird rabbit hole on Easter. But when he was on there, just talking, coherently, being like, I've worked at this job forever. People always shit on me. My girl just broke up with me. I'm fucking sick of this, man. I'm gonna go around killing people because I'm pissed off at the world. Fuck this.
Yeah, well, the problem is someone who has that attitude lacks empathy, and it's not normal. So the question is, like, how does someone get to that stage where they're completely void of empathy? That's what scares the fuck out of people. What doesn't scare the fuck out of people is that people are willing to kill, to defend their loved ones, or any of that shit.
Yeah.
What bothers people is people that don't have any empathy. People that want to go fuck the world or fuck you and fuck everything and then just hurt people and laugh.
But would he be that way if he didn't get whatever his coworkers were picking on him?
Who knows?
Like, is it a mental illness because he was getting picked on? Or is it this is his backlash to that bullying, or his girl breaking up with him because he was a small dick and he was fat?
There's a lot of factors there that could be a part of
what I'm saying?
the overall problem.
Like, he might just be a bad apple, man, and just was like, fuck this. This world sucks, man.
It's possible.
I think my whole thing here is I just think we chalk up mental illness too easily.
Well, I think what you're talking about, though, is mental illness. I mean, what I'm saying is that anybody that's willing to kill people like that is mentally ill. And you could say, like, how to define it. Is it herpes?
Yeah, it's tough.
Is it the flu? Like,
Yeah.
what? But I think the lack of empathy is in itself a disconnect from the human race. It can make you mentally ill. Like, you could classify someone as mentally ill. The problem is, anybody could be mentally ill if you get born into the wrong situation, you get abused,
Correct.
you grow up fucked up, your brain is all hardwired to, you're stressed out all the time, and the people around you are all fucking crazy, and your cortisol levels are off the charts. We all have the potential to lose our fucking mind. All of us do.
Or you grew up desensitized where you see the struggles of life.
Sure.
And it's like life doesn't
Yep.
mean shit. You see your friends
Sure.
shot and stuff like that. You're like, this sucks, man. Who cares?
And I think it's super important that we have empathy for people like that.
For
That we
sure.
understand that could have easily been us. People get born into terrible, terrible situations. Eddie Bravo, what are you eating over there, bro? What you got, bro?
What you got, bro?
What you got, bro? Oh, that's one of them peanut butter bars. Those are delish. Those are good, man.
They're called RX bars, 3 egg whites, 14 peanuts, 2 dates, no BS.
That's all that's in there. Those are legit. Those are good.
Is it better than that one?
RX bar.
I like the peanut butter myself, but I like that dark chocolate one you ate too. You couldn't handle it?
Well,
Too much for you? Too much flavor?
It's a little too much. It's a little,
I like it.
yeah.
I like fucked up flavors, though. I'm convinced that what one person tastes, I don't taste. I'm just fucking convinced.
Well, I like real bitter stuff. Like my coffee, I like it like super strong. Like Callan tried, he's like, dude, this tastes like cigarette ashes. I'm like, yeah, I like it super. Like I like real bitter like coffee.
I like a strong coffee, too. I like a dark roast.
Yeah, son. That light roast, get the fuck out of it. You mean
Yeah, I
iced
get
tea?
super bummed out when someone pours me and I see the coffee
I
going
can
in
tell
and
right
I can
away.
see through it.
Me
I'm
too.
like,
I'm like, well, this
bitch-ass-
place sucks.
Bitch-ass
Get
diner
that
coffee.
weak ass lemonade out of my fucking face. Get that tea out of my goddamn coffee cup.
Exactly. Sometimes it looks like tea.
I can tell on the. I'm like, all right, I need to get the fuck out of here.
I got one of those, those Nespresso things? You have those little capsules.
I'm a
you ever
purist, man. I don't fuck with Nespresso.
I like them. You know why? Because you can make espresso like that. You can make espresso like that. Like you're out there fucking with a spoon and tapping the top.
A spoon.
You're making espresso with a
Nespresso's for
you're
someone who
moving
drives
that
a
thing.
Tesla. Like it's not like you know what I'm saying.
I like it.
I like
It's
a
the most
French
bitter.
press, like a goddamn gangster.
I like
it's
that too.
dark as fuck. I pour it, little almond milk.
I take 3 espressos from a Nespresso.
I don't fuck with
3 of those.
Nespresso. They're bad for the environment too.
It's great for my stomach. I enjoy it. Why is it bad for the environment? The birds.
Yeah, it's
Dumb
what the
birds.
guy who created those Keurig things and the Nespresso, they can't recycle them, and there's nothing you can do with them. He's like, I fucked up. I wish I could stop it, but he gave the formula to someone who ran with it off the Nespresso.
They should
So
make
he's
it
like, I fucked up.
biodegradable, right?
They should, and they didn't, and now it's fucking people up.
Do you know that they could do that easily with almost everything that we make with hemp?
But they just refuse to because they want
Well,
the
it's,
cotton business.
right now they don't have a full hold. Eddie just grabbed that microphone. He's like, we're about to spit knowledge.
Okay, you guys done with
I just
cars?
saw
You guys got the cars?
I just saw
You got-
I saw Eddie go.
Did someone say hemp?
Did someone say cotton business?
Someone said conspiracy and hemp in one sentence. He was
No,
like,
I
I'm
was
on
like,
board.
you know what? I was sitting here thinking, damn, this podcast has so much power. You're gonna bring back cars. You know, you're getting me into cars like
What do you
shit.
mean bring back cars? Cars never went anywhere.
They're
man.
fucking here,
or
man.
make
Dude.
it cool for younger people.
Oh, dude, younger people love cars. Everybody loves cars.
Everybody?
If
Yeah.
you raise them right. yeah.
Okay. I
you-
thought only rich people liked cars.
That is
Oh,
one
no
thing.
way.
That is true. Because I did ignore cars when I was broke. I was like, that is out
Really?
of
You
the
went to see
question.
a car? I'm like, God damn, that'd
No,
be cool to drive.
I just cut that part of my head. And then once I started making some money, I was like, oh, loosen up the reins.
Let's see here, man.
Time to go back to what I enjoy. Yeah. When I was a kid, I had a bunch of muscle cars. I had a gang of different kind of muscle cars. That's all I,
I mean,
drove.
broke people that know everything about sports cars and the latest shit. Damn, that wasn't you, right?
When I was a kid, I knew a lot about muscle cars. I didn't know a lot about like Porsches or Ferraris. Those all seemed like way out of range. But I know a lot about like 69 Mustangs, 1970 Barracudas, that kind of shit. I
did
loved
know
old
about
muscle
heyday
cars.
I
So-
did know about Porsches because my stepdad was the best Porsche mechanic in Newport Beach.
Damn.
Oh,
Your stepdad.
My
shit.
stepdad
Killing
was
it.
the shit as a mechanic. He worked in Newport Beach, and so I knew about Porsches through him. Like, I knew what a 911 was when I was 8 years old. 928, 944.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of hip to it just because of him. There was this one guy at the strip club that used to show up and because you know there was that 924. Those were the cheap ones.
Yeah.
He would switch it. He made it. He put a 928 on his, and he would drive to the strip club and tell girls he had a 928.
And get the girls?
Oh, wait a minute. He said he had a 944. But you know the 924s are the low-level
Yes.
ones.
The 944
924s were the
baller.
low-level
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Right, and the 944 was like, you know, rich
You
guys.
pull up
Porsche.
in a 959, you get dudes suck your dick, guys,
959,
girls,
I
gals.
missed that one. I didn't know there was a 959.
There was a dude
It's a
that I used to
supercar.
work with on news radio who was a cameraman who got a 924 and would race it. And he said it was one of the best cars for racing because it was really well balanced. It didn't have a lot of power, but he knew a lot about racing cars.
He must though.
Yeah, he's like, they don't have a lot of power. But the thing is, around racetracks, it's more about handling than it
Yeah.
is about power. Until you get to those like crazy,
Yeah.
high-end
High level.
911 turbo, four-wheel drive motherfuckers, that kind of shit. Those things are just ridiculous. You know the new 911 turbo, the wheels turn, the back wheels turn. So when you're going around a corner, yeah, the back wheels, they turn and make the corner shorter.
God damn.
Dude, and they turn the opposite way in parking lots to make it so you can pull into spots easier.
The best.
Yeah, like your turning radius is off the charts.
The
It's
best.
ridiculous. There's the engineering, man.
You guys gonna get into helicopters and shit?
No, man, that's too
Helicopters,
risky. Bill Burr drives a
fuck.
helicopter.
Think about that shit.
Helicopter.
What's
I don't
more
have
balling than
helicopter
that?
money.
Do you ever
helicopter
you've had
money?
Bill Burr on? Bill Burr
Oh, yeah.
flies helicopters.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Yeah.
He gets places like he goes from. He's got a helicopter
he did
pad
a
in his
gig.
house.
He did a gig in San Diego, and he flew a helicopter out of L.A. and flew it down to San Diego with his instructor.
Is it
Did
a
his
Magnum
gig and
PI
flew back.
helicopter, like the little
know.
bubble one, or are we talking about like fucking Marine One shit?
I don't think you can get a Marine One for rental.
Bill
I
Burr
think-
might.
Well, he
Dude,
makes
is-
good money, but
Is
he's
he
not
the number
stupid.
one comedian in the world right now?
No, Kevin Hart is.
I'm saying as far as funny wise.
He's probably up there. It's him or Chappelle or Louis C.K. That's probably the battle.
Dude,
but
I
Bill's
watched
right up there.
you and I watched him back to back at the Comedy Store, and I was just like, not. It's so inspiring, but his shit, I was laughing so hard, man.
Dude, he's
So fucking hard.
some of his new shit that I want to say the premise, but it's so good.
I was laughing. The premise is, I'm like, of course, man. That's
Yeah.
fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And then I watch you. I see you at the store at the time, so I watch your sets, and I was baffled how I'm new to it. So how you went from you did 3 sets. I followed along with your 3 sets. How you changed them like on the go.
Well, I'm trying to figure out the right way to do it. It's good, but it's bad. 'Cause sometimes you go the wrong way. Because I fuck around so much. Because I change my material so much. I change the approach. I try to change how I set it up. I try to figure out what's the best way to do it. And I feel like once I settle in on one way, I'll hone that one way. But I don't even know